Jill Roberts, Director of the Healthy Row House Project at Clarifi. I've been at Clarifi for about 4.5 years. The Restore, Repair, Renew program is a low-interest, fixed-rate loan product that is a home equity product for Philadelphians to repair and preserve their homes. The program is a public-private partnership with the City of Philadelphia, 2 or 3 lenders, as well as 2 nonprofits that work to be the entry or the front door for Philadelphians to come in to apply for the loan. So what we do is we help people determine their eligibility and determine that they have 580 credit score, they are residents, their home is their primary residence, it needs some repairs or some preservation, and we also prepare them to apply for the loan. The program is such that you have more lenient underwriting standards, which allows people to get access to capital that previously they may not have been able to do. Historically, it is very difficult for people to access capital if they have a credit score below 620. Credit score for this requires 580 as the minimum, which makes it incredibly accessible, especially to minoritized communities that have been historically denied credit and access to capital and the ability to preserve their most valuable asset, which is their home, which also allows them to build intergenerational wealth. So we are able to do that with this program. Philadelphia has an amazing housing stock. Row houses, they stand for hundreds of years, and we are a homeownership city, and we have families that have lived in homes for generations. And because they are often denied access to capital, or people will not travel into their neighborhood because they view it as a neighborhood that's not safe, they've not been able to do regular maintenance. So if you haven't done regular maintenance on your home, ensuring that there are no leaks so there's no mold, ensuring that you've removed any things like lead paint or asbestos tiles, if you haven't done those kinds of ongoing things, your health can be affected. If you have pests or vermin that are getting in through, say, holes in the foundation, it exacerbates asthma. Their mold, another asthma trigger. You have a leaky roof, it's soaking a wall and you can't do anything about it. You're just sort of breathing mold spores. This is important. You need to preserve this house. And if you can seal the envelope with a tight roof, make sure there's no water being trapped inside and maybe plumbing, just modernizing a kitchen, making sure your furnace works, water heaters, all these things that you need to have a house that's safe, warm, and dry. If you can't do those things, if you can't repair that house, you can't stay in that house. So if we come in and we're able to help people get capital to repair and keep their homes, they don't get pushed out. Their houses don't get taken from them by developers who say, oh, here, I'm going to give you what your home is worth, when really they're not, and gentrify a neighborhood and displace the original residents. When you start doing that, you lose the vibrancy of any neighborhood. I mean, mixed income neighborhoods are the most vibrant. And then if people get pushed out of that which they own outright for many generations, you're ending intergenerational wealth attainment, because the only way to build wealth really is home ownership or land ownership or property ownership, and that has been denied to a substantial number of people. I mean, it was in law. You couldn't sell property to people of color. So we're not just repairing the house, we're trying to also counteract systemic racist policies that kept people from being able to keep their home, live in their home, improve their home, and thereby build wealth. Wealth is also power. If you can do that, you can start to change that tide very slowly. Granted, it's a battleship. We get that. But this is part of what we do. Clarifi is about preserving people's wealth, teaching them, empowering them to be in control of their own wealth, their income, their credit. All of these things tie together. And if you don't have every piece of that puzzle sort of interlocked at some level, people they can't advance. And that's not what we're about. We're about advancing people. We're about justice. We're about equity. And this is what we do. And having agency over and controlling and being able to repair your own home, something that you own that's been failing, like it's not okay, first of all. So we're going to be a part of that solution. And I think the Restore, Repair, Renew program is an example of a lot of people getting together and realizing what needs to be done and coming up with a program that addresses that need.